and welcome to the latest episode in our video diary series. I'm Henry Higgins, and it's been a quiet weekend as Father's Day today. We'll talk about that in a second. But things have got into a routine with the DDP Yoga side of things. We've continued with the bespoke mixtape. That is going really well. I'm very happy with that, so we're going to continue with that, coupled with the bespoke workout and the red hot core to finish. Still don't know what I weigh though. The shop has reopened that sells the batteries for the scales. Long time viewers of the channel will know that I've not been able to get replacement batteries for it for a while now. Went in, they don't have the batteries in stock, so I've had to order them in, so they will let me know when they arrive. So I don't know when weight is going to become a factor in this again, but for now we'll go without it. The exercises have been going well. I'm feeling fantastic. Being back in the office at work, even though it's under controlled conditions, has given me more of the old routine that I had. So up, going to work. I am starting work a little later than normal, so for now anyway, until the bus schedules go back to what they were also. So I'm actually getting up and getting a yoga workout in before heading off. So the routine's a little off there, so I'm doing the mixtape in the morning before I go, and then when I come back I'm doing the bespoke workout and the red hot core, and I'm finding that to be a lot easier. Still getting the required exercise in, but I'm finding that easier than the previous weeks of doing this where I was doing them all at once. So we'll see how that goes over the next couple of weeks. But I'm very happy, as I said, with how the yoga is going. It's inspirational to see other people's stories continually popping up on my timeline on Facebook and on Twitter, Instagram. Seeing all of these wonderful people, some of them taking their first steps, some of them have been doing it for years. Everyone driving to the same goal, which is to feel good about yourself, to feel good within yourself, and it's just everything seems to be falling into place for a lot of people, and it's just wonderful to see how Dallas and his enthusiasm has infected so many people across the world, and so many people he's never met, he will probably never get to meet, but he has touched them in such a way that all of these people, including myself, through him, are looking to better themselves physically and mentally. We're going to run with the current mixtape till the end of June, so that'll be just this next week coming. Then I'll have a look at the exercises in the mixtape and maybe move some around with regards to taking some of them out, putting some new ones in. Squat, drop and push, for example, isn't in here at the moment, so we may throw that in. We'll have a look and see what the exercises are, but I'm definitely going to continue with the mixtape. I have found it to give me a new lease. Mentioned before that regardless of how motivated you are, when you're doing the same thing over and over and over, and when it's something like a DDP Yoga exercise, you know what he's going to say before he says it kind of thing, you get into a mindset of apathy, and doing this bespoke mixtape has got me out of that. So we'll see how it continues on. The goal still is to qualify, hypothetically, for the UFC heavyweight division at 265. That's the short-term goal. I have no idea whether I've even reached that yet. I don't think I have, but you never know. But we'll continue on until such time as we reach that goal or have that goal confirmed, and then we'll set ourselves a new goal. Away from the yoga, the movie world, it seems things are getting back in track a little bit. Word is that filming is going to resume on the Batman. and Tenet is still scheduled to release at the end of July. That could be the first major movie to be in cinemas when they return. In the US, certain cinema chains, AMC I believe is one of them, have got their plans in place to reopen. Looks like masks are going to be mandatory. That's a small price to pay though, with regards to getting everything back on track. I have missed the movies, and the last two movies I saw in the cinema were a week apart. They were Birds of Prey, which I went and saw on my own, and Sonic the Hedgehog, which I went and saw with Josh, and they were both just in February, so it's only been 4 months. It just seems like so long ago. It seems like it was a bygone age, and I should be telling this to my grandkids kind of thing. But hopefully the sport is back. The English Premier League returned last week. Other sporting events have started resuming as well. So it looks like things are getting back on track, but with the movie world, the wheels have just started turning again. By the time we do the next video, hopefully we'll have more information on what's going on there. I know the Oscars have been pushed back as well, but who knows? Tenet is a movie I'm really keen on seeing though, so if it does open in July and the local cinema does open as well, that's the next movie we'll be going to see. In the world of video games, Josh has been mixing his time between Minecraft, Fortnite, Apex Legends, and he recently got Ark. Survival Evolved, I think it's called, full title, which he's enjoying. He's going back to school on a reduced basis, which he's really excited about because he has missed his friends, and I know he's missed his friends. He's put a brave face on it at times, but at the age he is as well, he's 13, friends are important, especially when you're growing up, and to have had that forcibly taken from him for such a long period of time. It's been quite emotional to see him sometimes, because he still plays with his friends online with the aforementioned video games, but that's nowhere near the same as being around your friends. So I'm hoping things pick up for him when he goes back to school next week. He is here this weekend. We were going to watch Phone Booth, but there's been some issues, so that isn't happening. So we'll hopefully get to that another day. But for him, that's his games. For me, I have continued on with Call of Duty World War II, which I'm enjoying. Got Days Gone to play. The Last of Us Part 2 came out. It was released on Friday. I am avoiding as many spoilers as I can. Jacksepticeye is doing a playthrough, so his channel's kind of dominated by that, so I've kind of stepped away from there for a bit. A few other of the YouTube people I watch are doing the same thing, so that's out the window. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that when I get around to it. And then the Sony presentation, which we spoke about last week, had a lot of exciting things in it. EA did their EA Play thing this weekend, just gone, and that was pretty cool as well. Star Wars Squadrons seems to be the one that caught my eye the most. That looks fantastic. If you haven't seen it, check out the trailer, just search it on YouTube. But games wise, it seems the pandemic's obviously put a hold on some things as well, but there's a big DC thing coming up where there's going to be so many things announced for DC across comics, movies, video games, TV. So possibly discussions on what's happening with Titan Season 3, because they haven't started filming that yet. The Batman, what the video games are going to be, because there's been rumours of a new Batman game and a new Suicide Squad or Justice League or just Superman game for such a long time. It'd be nice to get those rumours put to bed and actual facts on the board. Then there's also what's happening with the Snyder Cut. There was a nice little teaser from that was put out showing Diana Prince gazing at a mural of Darkseid. I'm very excited for that. And that's really all that's going on as it relates to movies, TV, video games in our little world. Switching topics, it's Father's Day today, and Josh has spoiled me. There's a little bag of presents, which I've now opened, contained the usual smellies, so there was like shower gel and aftershave, and like soothing aftershave balm, because I really need this shave. getting a bit long in the chin there. But we also got two fantastic framed pictures. Bottle of Double Dragon beer, which I've never heard of, but it's called Double Dragon, so gotta be good. And a wonderful little presentation of chocolates, candy, if you're American, in a milk bottle. It just looks fantastic. You can see it in the image above my shoulder here, with Maltesers, minstrels, and M&Ms. I was very touched. I'm loving the framed pictures. He's the most amazing kid, and he makes me a proud father every day. I couldn't ask for a better kid. To close out the video, it seems the mainstream media has kind of gotten bored with the Black Lives Matter thing, and is given the impression that it's running out of steam. It isn't. Peaceful protests don't sell papers, to use an old school term. People aren't going to click videos of peaceful protests, that kind of thing. So there's no clickbait, there's no buzz for the news, the media to focus on them. They'll focus on what sells. And that's no fault of theirs. They are supply and demand. And if these things aren't getting hits, clicks, then obviously they're going to focus on something else. However, it gives the impression that the Black Lives Matter thing has run out of steam, and it hasn't. It's picking up. The murderers of Breonna Taylor are still out there, and no charges have been filed, even though the actions that led to her death has led to a change in the law as it relates to no-knock warrants. The people involved in that death have not been charged with anything as this video is being recorded. That needs to change. The police who killed George Floyd have been charged, and they need to be sentenced to the fullest extent of the law to send a message. Things are moving, things are changing, but we cannot stop until all of the bad apples and the associated bad apples who support them are removed. Things need to continue to change, so keep spreading the Black Lives Matter message, keep pushing it out there, and keep fighting the good fight. Make sure you keep yourself safe. In other shocking news, you probably know, especially if you're a wrestling fan, especially if you're a UK wrestling fan, you will have noticed the speaking out hashtag on Twitter. You may have seen things on other social media as well, but for the majority of it I've seen it on Twitter. And essentially it started, from what I can tell anyway, it started with allegations made against David Starr. These allegations have been shown to be true, from his own admission and various other things as well. That sent repercussions through the entire wrestling industry, with men and women bravely speaking out about their own experiences. Most of them are sexual abuse in nature, some of them are racist abuse in nature, but they are all out of the bounds of decency. And there's been so many names mentioned. Jack Gallagher has already been sacked by WWE. The speed in which he was sacked and the manner of the statement, which was, in full, WWE has come to terms with the release of Jack Gallagher, and then his real name brackets afterwards. No, we wish him well in his future endeavours, nothing like that. He's been removed from WWE.com, he's not even been moved to the alumni section. The only other person, I believe, that had that was Enzo. So it would seem that while the others are still under investigation, so there's, I say, suspensions and such, like people not being used for that. Seems the incidents with Jack Gallagher were proven rather quickly, and he's gone. El Ligero is another one who's been getting lambasted, rightly so, across the board. If you go online, you check out this speaking out, you will see all of these people coming out. Some are anonymous, and that's fine. No one should be forced to out themselves in such a way if they don't feel comfortable doing so, but their stories still need to be told. their stories still need to be held. And the names, in hindsight's a blessing and a curse. I've not been involved in the wrestling business for a number of years now. However, some of the names being mentioned, it isn't a surprise to me. I've personally never witnessed any of these incidents or the names involved that I shared locker rooms with doing any of these things, but that's the point. Most of them were done behind closed doors. I have seen trainers take advantage of their students, not in a sexual manner, but more of a I can do this to you whenever I want physical abuse rather than sexual abuse. And it sickens me. It sickens me that this is such a widespread thing. A number of years ago, and it's one of the reasons why I stepped away from, I mean, there was some injuries and accumulated injuries, but it's the main, I would say it's probably the main reason I stepped away from wrestling, at least being an active part of it, was that a third person that I'd shared a ring with had been convicted of child sex offences. These are in the public domain, so I'm not speaking out of school with this. But it was a wake-up call in the sense of none of these people did anything to me. Whether that's just because I was older than them anyway, so they wouldn't have a predilection for trying to do anything with me, or that I was confident in myself and would have basically told them where to go. They picked on vulnerable people, and they picked on vulnerable people away from wrestling as well, and they were rightly caught, and they were rightly tried, and they were rightly punished. But the fact that it was 3 people that I'd shared a ring with at different times, and the incidents that they were done for were unrelated to each other, so it's 3 separate situations. It sickened me to the point that I just couldn't do it anymore. And that's just my personal experience of it. It pales in comparison to everyone else's personal experiences that have been discussing this and speaking out, as the hashtag says on Twitter. Every one of them deserves a voice. I'm hoping that no one is going to take advantage of this and make false claims to get back at someone, because one false claim undermines every other accusation and claim being made. It casts that little bit of doubt on the validity of what everyone else is saying. So I implore you, and I'm begging everyone watching, to believe the people, do not harass the victims, accept them at their word, and allow the investigations and the due process and everything else to play out. Don't dive in and accuse people of making shit up. Don't dive in and harass the people being accused while things are ongoing. Judge each incident on the merits of the case. Judge each incident when names are mentioned, how many people are coming out to claim these things. How consistent are each of the separate claims? So many victims don't speak out because they are afraid of not being believed. As soon as someone starts castigating a potential victim, simply because you may like the person being accused, then other victims who haven't spoken out yet will think twice for doing so. This is a delicate matter, it's a sensitive matter, there is no easy answer. Steps are being taken, full credit to the wrestling promotions who have acted quickly, full credit to the wrestlers who are behaving as a person should behave and are calling out their colleagues for their horrible actions. They are taking no shit when it comes to this. Anyone who has been a victim of any kind of abuse in wrestling or out of wrestling, please speak out. There are people online that you can go through if you're not confident in doing so without being kept anonymous, without staying incognito. Be careful with that though, just check online. There are plenty of people who are verified that you're safe to go through. But for everyone, know that we're standing with you, know that we will believe you, we will do whatever we can to help get these matters cleared up and for the guilty to pay for what they've done. There is no room for this, it has gone on for too long. Wrestling is pretty much an unregulated club, it has been for such a long time. You don't even have to be past any real qualifications to even open a school. There's so many things wrong with it. There are steps being taken to fix that. So again, speak out, support those who are speaking out. Let's drive the bad elements out of the sport, drive them out of the business, make the business a safe haven for everyone. It's entertainment. We're there as a group. Wrestling is supposed to be looking after your fellow performers. Let's get back to that. And please, if you are suffering, speak out. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you again next week. Goodbye.